because that's the 45-minute clock.
Record. Let's make this happen.
Oh, hold on. Of course, I had a problem for no reason.
Let's make love to this. Let's make love to this episode. Slow love.
There we go. As long as we end the show with "fuck you, everybody, good night" and blow up.
That's what I want. We should have had that clip standing by. So we talked about Blade last week, as it's the most important movie in the last 25 years, which I still stand by that. I would say one of the most fun, batshit crazy movies of all time. You come across movies like this, and you're like, you don't know how to categorize them, and they become kind of their own genre. Like I was just telling you earlier that I've been watching older movies because new movies are just junk because they're shit because Hollywood is dead. And I was watching a movie called The Killer Elite, which is Sam Peckinpah, 1975. The original with Jimmy Caan, who's great in it. Robert Duvall, Bo Hopkins, Burt Young. It's very 70s, and
Elliot
it's like
Gould in that one.
No, Elliot Gould's not. But I wish he would have been great. But Gig Young's in it, who's a Twilight Zone alumni. He is in the most famous episode, The Walking Distance, where he's a little boy that goes back in time. That episode, that's him. He's in this movie. He plays the bad guy, the head of the bad guy, or the head agency guy. And he's really good in it, but I guess he was a so-called drunk. So when they were making the movie, it was more of a favor to Sam Peckinpah, who was making the movie as a favor to the studio because he was a fall down drunk. So they made him. Yeah, he was a fall down drunk himself. And I guess they said during the making of The Killer Elite, all he did was cocaine because the movie's just a disaster. It's all over the place, but it's fun. It's a fun movie. And I would say it's the first movie that utilizes ninjas. 1975. Do you remember movies with ninjas prior to Canon? Because Canon likes to think they created ninjas. And Killer Elite has ninjas since 1975.
I don't know, but it is the original Killer Elite is far better than the remake with like
De Niro and
Statham. So boring. I'm
not going to watch it.
We need an intro here, Dick.
The intro, I'm getting to it. The intro is movies of this caliber come once a generation. A movie that is just so batshit crazy where you just like, it's almost a dream. Like, how did this movie ever exist? And for us, my generation, your generation, the one movie that just touches that essence of beauty is a little movie called From Dusk Till Dawn. Not to be confused with its many subsequent direct-to-video sequels.
Which I have pulled up right here.
Which you love. Except for maybe the third one.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to talk about those.
Yeah, so you're more of a fan of them. I've seen the second one. I might have seen the third one. I don't remember. The second one has Robert Patrick, and it has one of the greatest direct-to-video lines where they're talking about porno. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I kind of want to pull it up.
Put this in.
I can find that.
This is From Dusk Till Dawn 2. Blood Money, correct? Or Blood Money, or
Texas Blood Money?
Texas Blood Money, yes.
Oh, here it is. That's 35 seconds. I wonder how much we can play.
This is how you know it's a direct-to-video movie.
He shot the director.
I want to see this. I want to watch.
I forgot about this part.
Never mind.
Tuco's in this movie too. You ever get your shit pushed in?
Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's when they're actually watching the porno in the hotel room.
Right, yeah.
Yo conozco un mexicano, Carlos.
Of course, it's in Spanish. This is so helpful. Thank you, YouTube.
That's fantastic. It's even better in Spanish because we're breaking the barrier. We want to bring in the Hispanic viewers.
But he gets exactly. He gets pissed that he's watching this porno with no sex in it. He's like, hey, it's about story. It's about pacing or something like that. When you care more about the story, you care more about the fucking.
Yeah.
Just sitting there watching, having a conversation.
And that's all it was.
That's all it was. But the second movie's fun because Oh, I guess we'll just talk about the sequels real quick and then be done with it, and we'll talk about
That's
the
fine.
movie.
Yeah, that's fine.
Second one is only fun because it's a bank robbery interrupted by vampires. It kind of
Right.
sticks with the same premise of the first one, but they're actually doing the bank robbery. You don't ever see the bank robbery in the first movie. It's all alluded to. So that's why the second one's a little fun. And it's kind of like they slowly turn the vampires throughout the night. The third movie is a prequel. That's the Hangman's Daughter. And it's got, what's her monster face?
Rebecca Gay Hart.
Rebecca Gay Hart.
Back when she was something like in the 90s, like the late 90s.
She looks like a creature. But Danny Trejo is in all three of them, despite dying in all three of them.
It doesn't matter.
But it's a prequel, and it's about like the beginning of that character. I think she plays Santa Monica or Santamonia.
Satanica Pandemonia.
Yeah, I think she plays, or some, like there's a story of her. I'm trying to remember. No, she plays Mary, but
not to
I've
be
only seen that one twice, I think.
Not to be confused with Itty Bitty Satanica.
Yeah, from Lee Martin's Midnight Hour.
Oh God, I'm so glad we don't watch that show anymore.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming. Is it coming? Oh God.
I did the schedule for the next 4 episodes.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to get them all there, and I'm like, they're
wow.
But anyway, the prequel is not worth watching. There's nothing to it. That's a real direct-to-video movie. This is back in the VHS days.
Oh yeah.
And I watched it because I love the first movie. And then Full Tilt Boogie.
Full Tilt Boogie is
the
documentary about the first From Dusk Till Dawn, which is actually a very good documentary. It's funny. It's like it shows George Clooney kind of like that's who he is, and you're like, this George Clooney's kind of cool. He's a fun guy.
That's why I love From Dusk Till Dawn so much, just because of George Clooney.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit about vampires that much.
No. Yeah. Well, he's the force of this movie that keeps it going. I don't think anybody else, I don't even know who they're going to get to star in this movie originally, but I think Clooney is the perfect choice. And this was Clooney in his beginning when he was getting out of TV. Because he had been in TV for like 30 years. He had been he was the failed pilot actor who made 25 failed pilots in a row, never got on TV. Did guest stints on Roseanne.
Yeah.
Well, he was on Roseanne for he was on half a season of Roseanne as the boss or something.
He was her boss at the glass factory.
Right.
Was
and then I'm sure, there's another show that he did that's kind of infamous. I don't remember off the top of my head. But then he got ER. Which one?
St. Elsewhere?
I guess, maybe. I feel like that was older, though. Was he in that? Was it Denzel Washington in that?
Yeah, I thought he was too, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, because that was like early 80s, and Roseanne was late 80s, early 90s for the Clune Dog.
What was that other show then?
I don't know. I think there's one in between, but I'm not off the top of my head. I don't know. I could look at his IMDb, but
I'm looking right now.
Look it up. But he's struggling TV actor forever. His mother, he had a connection in the business. His Rosemary Clooney was his aunt. So
Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. Yeah, he was in that. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, so Bodies of Evidence was the other show he was on.
Oh,
but he was also, did you know he was on the original ER show from 84 to 85?
Oh, there was an original. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe it probably scared him to do it again in the 90s. I'm not going back to that shit.
All right. So one more thing I want to say before we get to the original. They also did a 3-season TV show From Dusk Till Dawn.
Did they make it 3 seasons? And that was only 1.
No, they made 3. And here's how forgettable it was.
Oof.
I watched the first season and I was like, it's not terrible. Wilmer Valderrama is like the main vampire, the main bad guy.
Oh, he's a vampire in it.
And he does a good job in it. I like him in it.
Okay.
And I like the cast.
Yeah.
They make some weird choices where Richie's like demonic. He's not just crazy. He's actually like hearing demons and stuff the whole time.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Kind of does a little more backstory of that sort of stuff. So that stuff was fun. But
yeah.
And then I don't even remember if I watched the second season or not. Just memory. I just stopped.
But you watched the 3rd season?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if I watched 1 or 2 seasons of it.
I don't think it was on for 3 seasons. Does it say 3 seasons?
Yeah.
Like, did they air the 3rd season? Because I don't even remember there being a 3rd season.
I'm pretty sure I watched the full first. Yeah, the 3rd season was 2016.
because it was on the El Rey network. Because that was Robert Rodriguez's
good.
short-lived satellite channel or cable channel, and I don't think it's on anymore.
But the part I thought was interesting about the TV show is Robert Patrick plays Jacob's character, Harvey Keitel.
Okay, yeah.
And Robert Patrick is the main character of Vanessa Dawn 2.
Right, yes.
So I thought that was kind of cool that they brought him back for that.
Yeah. Well, then again, I mean, the continuity from Dusk Till Dawn doesn't exist because Danny Trejo dies in every single one of them.
You know who plays Sex Machine in this TV show?
Oh, I can't remember. I know somebody. It was somebody unexpected. Gary Busey? Oh, Jake Busey.
Mr. Jacob Busey.
I was off by one Busey. Wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
Good for him.
All right. Now you can talk about the original movie.
Well, I mean, the original movie, 1996? It was written...
Perfect.
Basically, it was written in between True Romance and Pulp Fiction. It was kind of like one of those scripts that he just had on the pile, Quentin Tarantino, and he was just like, yeah, this is my vampire movie that I would love to do. And it was like he had success with Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and True Romance, and all of a sudden, let's make the vampire one. Fuck it, let's do it. And they did. And thank God they did, because it is so great. It is just a fucking wonderful movie. The first 30 minutes is its own movie. It's a different movie. It's such a tonal. It shifts tones so much. It's like a bank robbery movie. It's a Sam Peckinpah style Wild Bunch movie. It's a vampire movie. It's a grindhouse movie. It's a little bit of
a comedy.
It's absolute comedy.
I think the movie's fucking hilarious.
It's a funny movie. It's one of the funnier comedies in comedy history. It's funnier than the last 25 Steve Martin movies.
I honestly put it in there with Cabin in the Woods and Shaun of the Dead as far as horror.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's in a league of its own. It's fantastic. And you have Robert Rodriguez directing, who that was his prime, I think, this era.
Oh, yeah.
It's right after Desperado, right after El Mariachi, before Spy Kids. But then again, he did Sin City after Spy Kids. So, I mean, I like Sin City, but
yeah,
I even like the second one. I rewatched that. It's not as bad as I remember.
No.
There's some good stuff in it.
I watched it. It was
yeah,
a movie. I didn't not like it.
Eva Green's naked in it, so I can't say I didn't like it.
Yeah, you can look at pictures of that though. You don't need a movie for it, but
no, but I just love her acting though when she's talking to Chris Maloney. Every time she's working, she's just so bored with him. It's so funny because she's oh my God, I can't believe you called finally.
Yeah.
She's so great. She's fucking great.
Yeah.
I wish she was in more stuff because she's really just funny. She's got comedy chops. She really does. But in this movie, you have the unfortunate casting of one particular person who I wish was recasted. Honestly, she's not terrible in the movie.
You better not say I'm going to think you're going to say.
Juliette Lewis.
Why?
She bugs me. She's got that. She's just, I don't like Juliette Lewis that much.
Oh, speaking of heydays, she was in so many good movies.
No, this was her hot. Yeah, this was fucking, she did Strange Day. She did Natural Killers, California. She was on fire. She was
Cape Fear.
She was going to be married to Brad Pitt. She was engaged to Brad Pitt. I mean, this was her prime ever. And as she's gotten older, she's gotten better. I like her. It's just, for some reason, this period of her, I don't like. I like her as she got older. She was in some other stuff where she's older, and I think she's better.
She's great in Due Date, where she's like the stoner. And
yeah, that's what I mean. She got older, and she got better, I think, with age. Yeah. And who would have thought she's Jeffrey Lewis's daughter?
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
I like the whole cast.
Hollywood is dead. Nepotism.
Yeah. Juliette Lewis I like her in that. I can understand why you don't, because there's one movie I don't like her in Way of the Gun that much.
Right, yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I think she's the weakest link in Way of the Gun. Anybody else could have been better.
But I think anyone else you put in that movie would be annoying me, because her point is to cry and scream and be miserable and pregnant. So I don't even think it's her fault.
Right, yeah.
But I do want to mention, because we're talking about Vanessa Dawn, I think it has one of the greatest opening scenes in movie history.
Yes.
where it's Michael Parks.
Yeah, talking to John Ridley, or is
And
it John Ridley? David Ridley? I can't remember his name.
I don't know, but both those guys I fell in love with in this.
Yeah, that guy's in everything.
John
He's
Hawkes.
John Hawkes.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal actor, John Hawkes. Such a good actor.
The whole scene is Richie and his brother have the guns in the girl's head, and then Michael Parks is a cop, goes in the bathroom, and he's trying to keep calm, and you don't realize what's going on until they talk for like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And he goes to the back, he's like, I'm gonna go hit the head. They got that
drain a lizard.
There ought to be a law against delivering to the public.
Bucktooth retard, whatever he says, something like that.
Yeah.
Let me find his speech.
But then he goes to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden they pop out like they're talking about giving him signals and shit. And
you're gonna be cool.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just think it's a perfect scene. And then they're eventually, they kill him or they shoot up, and then they leave, and then they're just casually arguing while the building's blowing up behind them, and the girls are running out like, and it's just like they don't even give a shit anymore. It's the same reason I like Ghostbusters. This is why Ghostbusters is my first favorite movie. This is my second favorite movie. Like, this is the next movie that overtook Ghostbusters in my life.
Wow.
And it was because I don't care about the monsters or the ghosts or the vampires.
Right. Yeah.
I want to watch these characters just bicker with each other or make fun of each other. Or I love these characters so much. And all they're doing is arguing the entire movie, these two. Like when they're in the Winnebago and he just knocks them out. And she's like, thank you.
Yeah. Well, what's that scene where she looks at him, she goes, is that Richie? So you can eat my pussy?
Would you like to eat my pussy?
It's like, don't do that.
Yeah. But there's still lines in this movie I quote to this day.
Oh no, it's one of the most quotable movies ever made.
When she goes, where are we going? And Richie's like, Mexico. What's in Mexico? Mexicans.
Say like Earl McGraw. Well, it's been one long goddamn hot, miserable, shit ass fucking day every inch of the way. And that's just his intro.
Yeah.
The rest of it. Hold on, I'm looking for the rest of it here.
Considering how fucking natural I'm acting, I gotta get an Academy Award.
He should get the Academy Award. He's due. He's been nominated a few times. Yeah. Jesus H. Christ, Pete. When you gonna learn that microwave food will kill you faster than a bullet? I mean, them damn burritos ain't good for nothing but a hippie when he's high on weed. I think I've used that term, kill you faster than a bullet, my whole life, like nonstop. That's like my go-to phrase almost. I think I'm going to get tanked tonight.
There's also a quote I do in this movie, but I only do it in my head. It's when all of a sudden the white girl shows up, and my brain just goes, apple pie.
Apple pie pussy. Oh, we got that whole line here. Hold on.
We didn't pull any clips because I didn't know if we are going to record or not.
Oh, no, that's fine. Do we have a clip or?
No, I don't have anything.
That's fine. It's just this is
all
a quick. Basically, his name, Cheech Marine plays. I would say three characters in this movie.
Yeah,
he's the border cop. He's the Cheech Pussy or Chet Pussy. What's his name here? It says it right here. He has a name. The character is Chet Pussy. Chet Pussy. Attention, pussy shoppers. Take advantage of our penny pussy sale. If you buy one piece of pussy at the regular price, you get another piece of pussy of equal or lesser value for only a penny. Try and get pussy for a penny. If you can find cheaper pussy anywhere else, fuck it. Fantastic. And
it's
talks
all
to the camera.
It's ingrained in my brain.
Oh my God. And then they beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Hi, how's it going?
And then he comes back at the end. So what? Were they psychos or?
Okay, that's my favorite quote in the movie.
Do you want to do it?
So they just kill all the vampires.
Yeah.
What's his name in that movie? That last character.
Carlos.
Carlos shoots in the door. They get it open. It hits the globe and it kills them all. And then he goes outside and he's like, He's like, you have any idea what happened to that girl's entire fucking family? He's like, what were they? Psychos?
Sickles.
They look like psychos. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines in any movie ever.
Oh God. And here you go. Seth, you want some company? Kate, do you know where I'm going? Do you know what El Rey is? It's a network. No. Go home, Kate. I may be a bastard, but I'm not a fucking bastard. Great line. Oh, it's beautiful. That whole movie is just so wonderful.
Oh, it clearly lives rent free in my brain. Like I don't know. I've probably seen that movie. We talk about movies that we've seen the most. That's got to be in the top 10. I don't want to put it. Like I don't think I've seen it as many times as Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Right.
But yeah, it's been a lot.
You just rewatched that one lately, didn't you?
What's that?
Did you just rewatch that recently?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I show From Dusk Till Dawn to the wife, and she's like, okay.
She didn't get it.
She just,
well, it's okay. Here's the one thing that I think will turn people off From Dusk Till Dawn because it happens early in the movie. If you can get past that one part early in the first 20 minutes with the hostage,
yeah,
when he rapes and brutalizes the hostage, the woman, the bank teller, because that scene is just like out of nowhere. It's so dark and disturbing. It's like, ugh, you feel kind of gross. But it's like, I get it. It's that character, Richie's a psychopath, and that's the whole point. And that's why, Clooney has that line, I couldn't save you in life. I'm going to give you peace in death, or whatever. And he kills him. But, I love you too, Rick. I love you too, Seth. The part.
I just like when it's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And it keeps cutting to her.
Yeah.
But, I think that's also like a harbinger of things to come.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Letting you know this is not just going to be a regular heist movie or something like that.
Right, yeah. It's going to get
it's kind of a hint.
Right. Oh, I mean, sure, granted, yeah, but it's just, I think a normal person who's not like us, normal people would look at that and be like turned off by it and be like, I don't think I watch this. I don't think I like this. But anybody that like loves it gets better. I mean, you just gotta get through that one part, and the movie just takes off from there. It's just also hilarious.
Yeah. Also, it kind of I love that scene because it's like he's trying to take care of his brother no matter what.
Right.
And he's clearly willing to put up with a lot of shit because he loves his brother that much. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, because Richie got him out of prison, got Seth out of prison. They shot up the courthouse and got him out. So he's clearly worth it to keep around.
Right.
But it's a movie I would have loved more movie of. Like if there was like a 5-hour cut of this before the vampires, I would watch every second of it.
Oh yeah. This is like a trilogy in one movie, really. It's like it could be a whole. It could be the adventures of him and El Rey after this. It could be the epilogue movie where you follow Seth in El Rey and he comes across werewolves. It should be something different, but just as good. Which, hey, there's an idea, Quentin and Robert. Get George. He'll do it. He's not doing anything anymore. Do a follow-up to this movie.
He's a billionaire. He doesn't need to now.
Oh, but he'll do it for fun. Like, I mean, because they all had a blast on this movie.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell they just loved, like, every minute was fun. And it looks like it's just a fun movie.
Yeah.
Especially when you watch Full Tilt Boogie with it. It's just, they're just having a good time. And the only guy who doesn't talk, though, is Harvey Keitel on the documentary.
Harvey Keitel doesn't seem much fun.
Harvey Keitel is very serious.
Yeah.
Just watch Bad Lieutenant when he's naked.
That's New York theater actor.
Drinking booze, crying with his dick hanging out. Great movie, but I mean, Harvey Keitel is a dark, dark soul. And the only time he ever had fun on a movie, I think, was National Treasure. So that should tell you something.
Where he looks like the devil.
Right. He enjoyed National Treasure. That was like the one movie where he was just like, I could sit back and have fun and enjoy myself.
It's because you're in 3 scenes there, Harvey. It's great.
And they paid you $15 million. Back when movies could do that. Now, good luck getting $2 million to show up in a movie anymore because that those days are over.
Because why?
Streaming and Hollywood is dead.
There you go.
Streaming killed Hollywood. I think it's official. That might be the next episode. Is how streaming has destroyed Hollywood. Streaming has just destroyed any hope Hollywood has for a financial future.
Well, that's why they're all
It's
becoming
fucked.
conglomerates now. They're all buying each other
Well,
out.
they
So
already
then-
are. They already were, and like they were all making money selling videos and DVDs and Blu-rays, and now they can't do that because it's all streaming. It's all going to be on their independent streaming services. So whoever produces the content gets to keep the copyright, I guess. So I don't know. It's I don't think it's going to bode well for Hollywood. Streaming it's going to be the end of it. It's done. Like forget about me. Like, I don't know who would want to be an actor anymore. Like honestly, who wants to go to Hollywood and try to break it in as an actor? You're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. And I've told that story to so many people in like colleges. Because when I went to see Cesar in his college, he had a bunch of film students. And I said, just stay here. Don't go to Hollywood. They don't want you. They don't care. You're just, maybe you guys will break out and maybe, but it's not going to happen. Don't even bother. They don't care.
Work, but you're not going to make money.
You'll work, but they're going to use you and you're not going to do anything. You're not going to be Guillermo del Toro. Like I told him, go find Guillermo and hope for the best. That's about the only way you're going to get in. Is because nobody gives a shit about where you come from in Hollywood. They'll just use you for what you're they'll use you, not pay you, and then they'll just dump your ass because someone's cousin wants your job. You know, that's what happens.
From Dusk Till Dawn, though.
Yes, from Dusk Till Dawn. Apple pie pussy.
I like that John Saxton shows up in the movie for one, like 5-second scene.
Is he talking to Kelly Preston?
Yeah. He shows up on camera
Kelly
and
Preston's
like,
in it for 2 seconds too. Yeah.
He's like a cop, and then he's out of the movie. And it's like that was just there as a favor to Rodriguez.
That was Quentin Tarantino's love of the B movie actor.
Yeah,
he wants to put, and it's probably in the script too. John Saxton's on the TV talking. The character from Freddy Krueger, the same character, the same sheriff from the Freddy Krueger movies.
I'm just gonna talk about my favorite scenes.
Yes,
when they go to the hotel. Before they get that hotel where he rapes and kills that lady.
Yeah.
They go in there and Richie, I think he's outside at that point, but Seth is he slaps the ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yes.
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
And the old man's like, what the hell do you want? And he goes, what the hell do you think I want? You mean old bastard? I want a fucking room.
Okay. Okay. I love that.
I'm not fucking with this guy. All right.
What do you think I want, you mean old bastard? I want a room.
I want a fucking room.
Okay.
It's great.
I forgot. That's a great part. And then you have the other bad casting is the brother, the I don't know if he's Japanese or Korean, whatever he is. Like, granted, he's not an actor. I don't even know why he's in this movie. I don't know
he's
how
the only one without an IMDb picture.
Well, yeah, because he's never done anything ever. He's never done anything ever since. I mean, obviously, he wasn't an actor. I don't know what he's doing in this movie. Did Robert Rodriguez just find him at the local Austin Dunkin' Donuts and just said, "Hey, you can be in this movie. We don't want to pay much, but would you like to be in a movie? We'll give you all the Dunkin' Donuts you want." And he goes, "Okay." But yeah, that kid was terrible. He's in a movie with Harvey Keitel. Yeah. Harvey Keitel could have give him some instructions, helped him out a little bit, guided him with his wisdom.
No. He's a mean son of God.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he doesn't want to curse in the movie. Yeah, Harvey Keitel gives a really good performance. Like, he's great in it, and he's very. I mean, but Harvey Keitel never has been too broad or big, though. I mean,
bombastic, yeah.
He's not that actor. Like, he's good because he's serious, and even in I think Pulp Fiction, he's more humorous. His character is actually fun in that. And this one, he's dead serious the whole time.
Yeah, and I love that he looks like a rat when he turns into a vampire.
Yes, that's right. He does look like a rat. He looks like a Disney character. He turns into Walt Disney's Rescue Rangers. It's weird.
You got he does. Tom Savini, and you got Fred Williamson.
Oh, the best
trio in the bar, and you have Monkey Man.
And you're able to tie in the Desperado crotch gun.
Yeah.
Set up in Desperado, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that, Robert?" "I'll show you later." I'll tease it for a later time, and it'll be in my other subsequent films forever.
What a terrible place to have a gun, because it would just mash your crotch.
Your balls would blast open, and you'd be like, "Oh, it's just a bad idea. This was stupid. This was
one
stupid."
ball down your pant leg.
just like Nick Cage in Prisoners of the Dead or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot about
oh! He says
Christmas
that
of the
dance.
Ghostland.
Ghostland, yeah, God, don't remind me. Ugh.
I'm looking at the Nick Cage list over here, the
Ugh.
stack, and we did that longer ago than I thought.
I know, it was a while ago, and that's on Shudder for free. It's on
nice.
Shudder.
Well, I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh God, you'll never watch that movie again.
Yeah.
Ugh, no. It's not like From Dusk Till Dawn. You can watch it 35 times and enjoy it every time.
Salma Hayek's in the movie too.
Salma Hayek, the hottest she's ever been, is in this movie. Santanica Pandemonium. Feast your eyes, dogs. Lowly dogs. Bow to Santa Monica Panimo. Danny Trejo.
Mary had a little lamb.
Did you see the Danny Trejo, the meme with Danny Trejo and the girl from those AT&T commercials? The girl from the AT&T commercials has giant tits.
Lily.
That girl. Yeah, that girl. She's like the main girl. And she's in a bustier, so her tits are even bigger. And Machete, he's holding her, he's smiling, and it says, Machete just switched over to AT&T. Funny shit.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Oh, she's unbelievable, that chick. Oh, my God. And she's just an AT&T, like she's a commercial person. It's like she's never going to be in a movie, but she's
a
AT&T.
TV actress.
Well, she's like guest star. Like she'll never have a show. She'll never get that big break because her boobs are too big. Because look at
show
Christina Hendricks. Christina Hendricks is, I've never seen her work ever since. What has she been in lately? You know, it's like big titties are a curse in Hollywood. They're afraid of them.
Oh, here's your one of these is real, one's fake. Can you tell which one?
Yeah, that's it. It was a fake picture. That's hilarious. Yeah. But I believe it.
You want to believe it.
I want to believe it. But you know what? If I did,
That would be immoral.
I forgot you had a controller of those. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for that one.
Whew.
But I still think the best part of From Dusk Till Dawn is when they beat up Santa Monica Pandemonium.
I love the scene where Tom Savini, eventually he gets up and he grabs his whip, and then he just like grabs Fred Williamson's over there grabbing the zombies, grabbing the vampires, going on the table.
Yeah.
For all this,
it's great. Oh yeah,
four corners.
The track when Tom Savini starts to turn into a vampire, it's the best part because he's like, he's touching his teeth with his tongue. And he's horrified that he's turning into a vampire.
Does this?
It's so funny. Oh, his reaction is so funny. And then Fred Williamson is too busy telling his Vietnam story.
Yeah, little bits of the flesh hanging off the bayonet.
He starts killing. Oh God!
Oh, I realized it killed the whole platoon.
Oh my God!
Yellow flesh hanging off the bayonet.
Yeah.
He just throws Sex Machine.
Oh God! Yeah. He goes no, and all the vampires come in.
He looks like a wolf. Tom Savini and Harvey Keitel look like a rat.
Right, yes. And then Tom Savini turns into a giant rat.
And Tarantino looks like a Frankenstein's monster.
Well, with that forehead, he's got no choice.
Yeah, I think he had
got no choice. Poor bastard.
He's
tried to get his hair down to cover that big forehead, though. You notice that?
Yeah.
That Tarantino, he's trying to get his hair,
or he wears like teaser hair.
Poor bastard. But did you hear the latest controversy on Tarantino?
No.
It's not serious. But he was on a podcast and he was talking about Indiana Jones movies. Guess which one's his favorite and what's his least favorite?
I think I can guess.
Yeah, you can guess.
I'm going to guess his favorite one is Temple of Doom.
Yes.
And his least favorite, I don't know, Last Crusade?
Yep. He hates Last Crusade. He said Last Crusade sucks. He says Last Crusade, Sean Connery is terrible. He's a horrible character. He didn't like him. And he says he ruins the movie. I was like, really? That's controversial because a lot of people consider Last Crusade to be the best Indiana Jones movie. I like Temple of Doom just as much. I love Temple of Doom. I think it's a great movie. But he went off. I love it because he loves it because he goes, it invented a fucking rating system.
Yeah.
Like that, how badass is that? That's the first time in history that a movie comes around and creates a new rating system. And you got
I like
comedy in it. It's dark because you got comedy, you got guys' hearts being ripped out. It's got a musical opening. It's amazing.
That guy's terrifying when I was a kid.
It's fantastic.
He's just, and then you got the bridge falling. We'll talk about Indiana Jones on a different show, but
we might actually have an Indiana Jones. Hollywood is Dead.
It's not a bad idea. But I do want to mention, you know how much I hate and I always bitch about bleak endings and like everything's got every horror movie now they'll survive and all of a sudden the little twist at the end and they're dead.
Right. The whole world is over. It's the end of the world.
This movie, Seth and her get out.
Yeah.
Seth and Kate get out.
Yeah.
And then that's just it. That's the end of the movie. And they drive away in their separate ways. He gives her money and he's like,
but there's the big reveal though. That's a big Aztec temple, which is great.
Yeah. But that's cool. That's a way to do a little bit of a twist.
Yeah.
Without just being bleak for bleakness sake.
Right. Yeah. Like
this world exists nowadays.
Yeah. Well, it's just the jump scare that they need to because they want to do the sequel or have an idea like there's got to be a sequel. So like it's worse. They didn't win. Oh, we have a new character come in and redo the same story twice and cash in. We'll get cheaper actors this time so we get more money.
But even when you watch this and it gets bleaker and it's darker and you're like, oh, there's a big temple below this bar.
Right. Yeah.
You're not sitting there going, I was watching it as a kid going, all right, well, there's more going on here and they're not going to have to deal with it.
Right.
I'm not thinking they're going to come back for the sequel.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I knew that immediately.
Yeah. I just know, oh, this is a bigger world. That's cool. Like, oh, I want to know more. It's like, it just leaves you wanting more. And I think that's the point. It's just
and then they did more.
Pull out. Yes, they went to straight to video, and this is what we have.
The third movie is what tried to do more with that story, the temple part, because you see like the different layers, and even in the TV show they do that, but it's a little better in the TV show.
Yeah,
all the different rooms that they're doing and what they're doing in them. Again, that part's kind of cool, but it wasn't worth it to keep watching.
Right. Yeah.
But I will genuinely recommend For Dusk Till Dawn 2.
Right. Yeah.
You're not going to like it nearly as much as the first one, but it is fun.
There's some good bits in there.
Yeah. It's a comedy. It's got the same tone as the first movie.
Yeah, it's got fun. So that's what's important. And sometimes you just need a good fun movie. It's just like, you just need a movie that just makes you happy. I mean, it's funny, it's fun, it's ridiculously childish because it's so sophomoric. But it's a fun movie. It's a blast. It's worth watching. If you've never seen it, you're going to enjoy it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't wait to show my nephews. It's like that's going to be one of those movies where they're 16. I got to wait till they're 15 or 16. I'm like, okay, now you guys can watch this movie with me.
It's cool having a son because
that's
a daughter in the daughter's super in the Ghostbusters. So I'm like,
good. There you go.
Right.
I'm telling you, the son is going to be like, this is lame, Dad.
They don't look real.
Dad, this movie sucks. It's boring. I'm bored.
Band's so shitty.
I'm bored. I'm gonna go watch YouTube videos of what's his name, Duty Pie or what's fucking name, Duty Pie, Pootie Pie.
As far as characters in movies, I'll put on my Hall of Fame. I'm gonna have like Peter Venkman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Walter Solchek, and I'm gonna have Seth.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
They're up there.
Yeah, like I almost want to get a From Dusk Till Dawn poster and frame it and put in the house. Like that's like, ooh, that would be a good one to get.
I want to get someone's version of it. I don't want
or Mondo.
Really
it's gotta be a Mondo poster that's really cool, but it's really expensive because those Mondo posters ain't cheap.
I want to start doing the what are those Gonda posters?
Mondo.
No, those foreign posters. What country is that where they make them and you're like, what movie did you watch?
Oh, I have no idea. I've never heard
Ghana?
of it. I have no idea. Oh, Ghana?
Yeah.
You mean where they do the action? They do their homemade action movies?
Yeah, but they do
Ghana.
the posters.
Is that what they do now? They do posters too?
But look at this. Oh,
That's
funny. This has been going on forever.
Oh, really? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, these. This is their version.
Yeah.
They don't make the movie. They just
used to do a poster.
They tell them what happened in the movie, and somehow they make this insanity.
Oh, I've never heard of this. This is neat. Oh, that's cool.
They are fucking hilarious.
That's amazing. Space Jam with a gun.
I want these in my office.
Wow, that's amazing. Holy shit. Kickboxer. That's amazing.
Life Aquatic.
Wow. What the
Look
hell?
up Ghana posters.
Wow. Yeah, I've never seen this.
I posted them before.
Wow, that's funny.
Here's Jaws.
Wow, I've never heard of this.
They just
$600.
they have their own like poster thing going on over there. Here's
Wow.
Chucky.
They're all over $500.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They're here's it. Like what is happening in but I love it when it's like a drama movie and you're like, why is there blood like cutting off a head on there?
Because the Ghana loves their violence.
It's insane.
Because I know they do their homemade action movies and they're actually kind of fun to watch. They have toy guns and they're doing the After Effects. Like they just do After Effect blood stuff and they said Space Cop is the greatest movie ever made. Did you ever see that clip?
Yeah, that was
talking to someone from Ghana. Space Cop is the greatest film ever made.
why do they sound like Werner Herzog when they're from Africa?
Because that's what they sound like. They watch Werner Herzog movies. They're really into cinema.
Good movie ever made.
This is great film. Here's the deal. Check it out. It's on.
As I watched the tears fall from Mike's eyes in Space Cop.
Saw the sadness of Seth as his father's brother was killed.
I saw humanity end.
When he put the stake through the heart of Richie Grieco.
All right, we're at 41 minutes.
Gecko. Seth Gecko, Richie Grieco.
Gecko brothers. I don't know. I just, it's a movie, you know, you hear this a lot, and I actually wish it was true with this one. I wish I could erase my memory and watch it again for the first time.
That's, good point. Yeah. I don't think it made anything at the box office. I'm going to end on its box office numbers because that's like the be all end all, honestly, these days is like how much did it make? And just to show you, like, blockbuster means nothing. Its worldwide gross was $25 million.
Yeah.
And it cost $19 million to make.
It's made its money over time.
Oh, sure. And it's been, yeah.
But I know
it was on IFC like 5 times a day for about 10 years there.
Yeah. It's a oh man, I love this movie.
And the humorous line, "No thanks, I've already had a wife," was improvised by George Clooney. Director Robert Rodriguez never intended it to be in the final cut, but after the studio included the line in the trailer, he felt obligated to keep it in the movie.
You would lick the shit from my shoe.
Yeah. You would be
for the rest of your days as my dog.
I will call you Spot.
No thanks. I already had a wife. I love that he kills her with just a chandelier.
Yeah. And that's it. She's out of the movie.
I will say, and this might be my last bit because we're at 45 minutes almost. Even without the twist, if you just include the first 40 minutes, it's still one of my favorite movies.
Oh, absolutely.
The vampires are almost irrelevant to me. I love hanging out with those characters. I love watching them. It's why I like It's Always Sunny so much. It's just them screaming at each other. I love it. Before
George Clooney, considered for the role of Seth Gecko, Antonio Banderas, Steve Buscemi, Michael Madsen, Tim Roth, John Travolta, Christopher Walken, Jeff Goldblum, James Woods, Robert De Niro. But James Woods did it years later with a little film called John Carpenter's Vampires.
Not nearly as good.
We're not going to talk about that movie next week.
There's only 4 vampire movies you need.
There really is. This is one of them.
Yeah.
This is probably
you
number
need
one.
To watch Near Dark.
Near Dark is interesting, but it's not. It's basically Twilight, but reverse. And it's much darker than Twilight. It's better than Twilight, but it's the same story, same idea. But then again, it's like the blood transfusion saves the day. And you're just like, is that really how that ends? Okay, well, other than that, From Dusk Till Dawn, great movie. Go see it. One of the greatest movies of the last 30 years.
They need to re-release it in 3 years.
Oh, that'd be great. Release it for the anniversary. We're having out a nice Blu-ray. Put out on a nice Blu-ray with a lot of special features and just
get back to us, Hollywood.
Have it late. They don't care. They're dead.
All right, let's get.
Nobody's watching. Good night, everybody. Go fuck you, everybody. Good night.
Oh, damn it! I forgot we're gonna end that way. The only 2 things I hate in the movie are the band. Both of them, the band, dead body,
boom, boom, fucking band.
And then they kill themselves for some fucking reason.
Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
I just realized we got like 20 seconds we can kill.
Oh.
Yeah, the band.
I thought you were going to show it. You're going to show it?
I guess not. It's going to take too long to find.
Oh, all you gotta do is type in "First Till Dawn band blow up."
Yeah, but the timeline,
I thought you already did it. Does it automatically go off at 45?
it's about to.
Oh, well, never mind then. Good night, everybody. Fuck you.
Well, I think one really good point about the movie.
I saw what she did there. I'm going
I
to
can
end the
play it now.
broadcast.
Now that we're done, and I can just play just that little clip.
Yeah, just for us. Fuck you, everybody. Good night. Now, just kill that fucking band. It's Tom Savini.
Yeah. All right.
I think kill everybody in the bar.
Hold on. I'm dubbing over the podcast. All right. Do do do.
There he is.
Oh, let's kill that fucking band. I can do that. Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
You know what? I think it was just pyrotechnics for them to go out the back door.
Fuck you, everybody.
You gonna put that in the show?
Yeah.
That'd be good, yeah. Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
Everybody, good night.
And that band, that guy has been in Desperado. He's in Roadhouse. And he's in a bunch of movies.
All right. Ending broadcast now.